The rest of the federal government may have fumbled on Hurricane Katrina, but if there is one true thing to say, it is that the U.S. Coast Guard came through with flying colors, among other things, rescuing 33,000 people. How did they do it? Bob Orr with the inside story.
Katrina's gales had barely stopped howling when the cavalry arrived.
That's it, just below the aircraft.
Not on white horses, but in orange choppers.
Let's go back. Pick up some more kids.
While FEMA and local officials exchanged blame for a sluggish response, there were heroes at work.
Nothing prepared us for the scope of the devastation down there.
Like Coast Guard pilot Dan Taylor. In 4 days, his chopper crew saved 50 people.
In the New Orleans area, literally just about anywhere you looked, you saw people on rooftops that needed help, people waving things out of windows that needed help.
Taylor relied on his own judgment in deciding who needed to be rescued first.
This was not a case where you saw a need and then had to radio back and get permission or get some kind of chain of command authority?
Oh, not at all. There wasn't a single time while we were in the air where we had to ask permission to do anything.
And that's why the Coast Guard succeeded. Unlike many other federal agencies, it was able to cut through the bureaucratic red tape with a simple philosophy. Act first and get permission later.
Clear the power lines, clear for easy back and left.
Crews on the scene assessed the needs and the risks in an urban danger zone.
It was definitely something that we don't train for. We can't go around and flood a neighborhood and train picking people off houses. We're usually out in the open waters.
How many more are we going to try to get in here, sir? How many more you want?
There were no specific orders from headquarters.
Basically, we'd freelance and just pull as many people as we could fit in the helicopter at a time.
It's a can-do organization.
Former Coast Guard Commander Stephen Flynn says FEMA and other agencies need to build on the Coast Guard's success.
It can't be a reactive, give me a specific laundry list of what you need and we'll figure out whether we got it. The most critical time in a disaster is in the first 48 to 72 hours. And if you're not poised to help out, you're not going to be much good.
There were heroes in Katrina.
We didn't lose a helicopter. We didn't lose anybody that we were hoisting, so I think it went well.
I think the Coast Guard knocked it out of the park.
The question is, will they have more help the next time? Bob Orr, CBS News, Washington.